We are aware that there is additional intelligence beyond our own. Yes, and it could be in the form of artificial intelligence or intelligence from another race. The 2-meter twin telescopes captured new images at the Thiaudid Observatory in the Canary Islands, each with a pair of 0.8 meters telescopes, and they have revealed a fact that no one had anticipated. Atlas, the third interstellar visitor, which has already shattered every astronomical expectation, is now surrounded by what appears to be a barrier. Not the chaotic, diffuse coma we've been tracking for months, but a distinct, glowing boundary that appears deliberate. The images are undeniable. The object is encircled by a defined edge geometric in places where gas dispersal should occur naturally and at random. The structure maintains coherent boundaries despite the violent churning of the inner coma turbulence. Spectral analysis shows the barrier region emitting light at wavelengths distinct from the surrounding material. It's not blending, it is separating from it through space. The third interstellar object, identified on July 1, 2025, has drawn intense attention. What was special about it? First of all, its brightness was so great that one might assume it was a solid object. To produce that luminosity, it would have needed a diameter of nearly 20 kilometers. But what could impede an object traveling through the vacuum of interstellar space? Could intense outgassing somehow form a stable shell this close to the Sun? Physics doesn't support that. Gas expands, dissipates, and follows pressure gradients. It does not form geometric boundaries. Could electromagnetic fields be shaping plasma into a protective barrier? That would require a far more powerful magnetic dynamo than any comet-sized body should possess. Is this a temperature control system for regulating heat absorption near our star? Or are we witnessing something our current models can't categorize, a phenomenon operating on principles we have yet to discover? And finally, is this alien technology? The questions multiply faster than the answers. You know, even the issue of communication comes into play. How would we communicate with them if they are significantly more capable than we are? They could function on a different level, a different plane altogether. If this is a defensive structure, what is it protecting against? Radiation bombardment from the sun's increasing intensity, micrometeorite impacts, charged particle streams traveling at 130,000 miles per hour that could erode surface material. Every natural explanation requires mechanisms that go beyond what we know about comet behavior. A barrier suggests intention. Hold tight, what I'm about to explain in the next 30 seconds could completely flip your understanding of why this barrier matters beyond astronomy. If Atlas III is employing technology to protect itself or actively managing its interaction with our solar surroundings, then we aren't observing a cosmic catastrophe. We're observing intent from beyond our star system. That forces us to face a question bridging science and philosophy in ways most people avoid. Should we believe in aliens, and if they exist, what does that mean for our belief in God? I recently discovered a fascinating conversation with Avi Loeb, in which he discussed how belief might evolve if we discovered a culture from another planet distinct from our own. He recalled a visit from scholars with Christianity Today at Harvard. They asked, greater than if we find proof of extraterrestrial life, would that alter our belief in God? Loeb replied, greater than I have to daughters. When my second was born, it didn't take away my love for the first. Imagining God as a being who can care only for a single child or a single civilization is very limiting. If you believe God is powerful, surely he can attend to many civilizations. That realization should make your faith stronger, not weaker. A beautiful perspective unless, of course, you get jealous of your cosmic siblings. Setting aside that existential weight for a moment, the images of the barrier emerged before the theological debates began. Atlas III was already rewriting the rulebook. The story began months ago when telescopes picked up what seemed like a routine discovery, the third ever detected interstellar object. Only 3 have been found so far, though there are surely more. It's only in the past decade that our instruments became sensitive enough to detect them. The odds of seeing one in a human lifetime are roughly 1 in 20,000. Its hyperbolic trajectory proved it came from another constellation. Early estimates suggested a small, insignificant chunk of ice, perhaps a few miles across. Scientists expected textbook comet behavior, gradual warming, predictable tail formation, standard physics. They were catastrophically wrong. What happened next challenged everything mainstream science believed about comets. The target didn't warm slowly, it erupted. Its brightness increased exponentially in an explosion that unfolded over several weeks. The coma expanded so rapidly that researchers first suspected instrument failure. Interstellar space delivers a rock like this 20 kilometers across only once every 10,000 years. When recalibration confirmed the data, the impossible became undeniable. The coma reached for 100,000 miles in diameter. You could fit Jupiter inside it, with plenty of room to spare. It was shedding material thousands of times faster than a regular comet. This object had become a monster, a 33 billion-ton enigma that defied every law of physics we know. The object needs to be more massive than that. Hubble images deepened the mystery. The coma was a maelstrom, turbulent plumes erupting asymmetrically, jets firing in multiple directions, a nucleus obscured. In the blazing glare of its own violent outgassing, even the iciest comets in our system don't behave this way.